Don't speak. Laurie Dyke, what can you make any sense out of this? You're the forensic specialist.
I am, and I've analyzed the numbers. May I walk across the stage?
Please do. Is that the one you want?
This is the one I want.
Okay,
all right. I know it's kind of crowded, but what I did was took the defendant's list that you were just looking at, the analysis, and the ones on the left show when the payments were expected to be paid. The ones on the right show when they were actually made. There were some that were a few days late. There was a bad check in July and a $30 fee assessed, and then cash paid against that. She actually paid an extra $10. The balance due at the end was supposed to be, I think, $2,027 at the date it was repoed. Was actually $2,058. The difference is $31, and that's for those extra charges that the defendant added.
So you're saying she's only about $35 behind?
$31.25, and
you repoed her car over $31?
That's not the way I understand it.
Well, explain to me how you see it any differently.
I don't understand it that way. I know that my computer said at one point she was $338 past due, okay, when I was receiving the bad check. So you were afraid she might quit making payments, so you kind of preempted it by repoing the car before you were supposed to. She was in default, and I was in the
No, not according to her, she's not.
I don't see it.
Well, she was past due?
Yeah, there were a few, again, late payments, a few days.
It was late at the time of the repossession.
No.
At the time of repossession, the defendant's letter showed $2,058.84, which is the number that I show. I've recalculated, verified the math. The balance should have been $2,027. The difference is $31.25, which are those extra charges.
No, ma'am. If I may.
Go ahead.
I do the best I can to make an honest living. I sell a good car at a fair price, and I expect to be paid. The customer told me I will not make a payment unless you fix the car. I have 3 as-is statement. What makes her think that I'm going to fix her car for her?
Was she in default?
No.
She's not even...
Woody.
I'm here, Nancy.
What do you know about this case?
I'm sorry, I got to do this, but you know that old joke about how do you tell when a car salesman's lying, his lips are moving? I'm sorry, I got to do this. I've got a new twist to that. In this case, it's how do you tell they're lying? When they're sitting in the polygraph chair, nodding off because they're high. Totally new twist to this.
Excuse me?
As they focus in on this, you've seen enough of this to look at all of the erratic stuff going on there.
Good Lord.
Well, that was in his nodding off as I would ask him a question. We actually never got to finish the test.
Are you telling me he fell asleep because he was high on drugs?
Do I look like that now?
Yeah, kind of.
Actually, yes, you do.
Okay. To each his own.
Did he...
I really... I'm
Beauty
appalled
is in the eye of the beholder.
Like, how do you know he was on drugs?
Well, Nancy, this was very telling. One, I've been a cop for over 33 years. That's one part of it. Due to my training, education, experience, I even specifically asked him, Ken, you seem like you're not altogether here.
Didn't I tell you?
Oh, go ahead, Ken.
No, I'm quite done with this. I'm appalled that this is a miscarriage of justice. We're here to discuss an automobile and the fact that she's in default to contract and that she I'm just,
okay,
you know what?
Let me tell you the facts, sir. At the time you repoed her car, she was not in default based on your own records. And don't you dare paint yourself as the victim in this case.
Okay.
Sir, just don't speak.
Yes, ma'am.
The litigants face Nancy's binding decision next.